brain.
Outside of other people that have entered into the fold in the Elliot and the Charlamagne the God beef, Peter Rosenberg has popped out and spoke on
His Groundhog Day.
low key. So he popped it. I don't know what show this came off of. Elliot pretty much ripped it and put it on his Twitter. And I'm not gonna lie, Rosenberg has some shots. But the only thing about Rosenberg, you know, I've said this before, man. I like Rosenberg, but
he gets scared of his own shadow.
He can't go toe to toe with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's just
he's scared to stand tall or something.
I like Rosenberg, but every time
he's not combative.
One of my other favorites go at him, I'd be like, oh, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why?
Just because they always cook him so efficiently. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like when Schultz roasted him, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I've just heard so many people roast when academics did it. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So
Peter?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Peter Rosenberg.
I know, but like for Peter?
He reposted 3-0?
Yeah, 6 minutes ago he just reposted
6 minutes ago he reposted 3-0, nigga.
Damn, this nigga watches everything. Holy.
It's like we can't even hide. What'd you say there?
I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Jesus. I was talking cash shit on this one.
All right.
It's
like free promotion out of it.
Yeah, it's like you wanna get posted on Elliot Wilson, talk shit about it. He's gonna post you. It's like,
so you just was giving game out.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Retweet that.
Yo, I don't even think Elliot realizes how much of a weak point he's showing.
And like
Danny said the same shit on his podcast. He was like, all you gotta do is say something. He's probably clipping this right now.
Yeah.
You watch
This
Danny
is
be the one
crazy.
nigga to
Elliot,
not
you
get
watch
clipped.
everything. That's crazy. You on the 3-0 podcast land now too? Go to media.
Whoever that young lad calling them 2 T's is probably who's watching all this shit.
It's the brilliant idiots. Okay, no. Okay, first of all, this is crazy. Look at that 30-minute upload, bro.
Yeah.
Go to the one before that, though.
But we can't do that because we can't do that. That's his job.
That's true.
That's his job.
Okay.
We can't make fun of a nigga for, you know what I'm saying?
Being a journalist? This
Being a
journalist?
journalist.
You can go full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see no article.
Because it looks that way. There's no more articles.
So the beginning of this audio is going to be Brilliant Idiots audio of the last week, the first disc. Skip to Peter Rosenberg. Let's just skip to Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah, that's what matters.
How far? You know how far in it is?
Maybe 10, 20 seconds.
All right.
Just click so you can see.
All right.
Beefing with streamers.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah, just click. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go back a little bit.
He kind of looks like the white version of you.
Relevant. No.
That's definitely a shot at Elliot. And listen, Elliot, Charlamagne, you definitely get your opportunities to do things because the Daily Show has given this guy 30 chances. This guy's never getting that job. If you were to watch a Charlamagne episode and then watch a Jordan Klepper episode, you'd be like, all right, one guy's the guy who knows how to do this, and one guy is doing a perpetual fucking tryout. Every show he's done has sucked. None of it works. He keeps getting shots. So yeah, you do transcend. Why are you hating on Elliot? Because he still cares about it. You're not a real hip hop commenter anyway. No one ever respected Charlamagne's taste on music. You could say whatever you want about Elliot Wilson. You're not going to question that he cares about it and knows shit about it. You're still having young artists come on and try to embarrass them on camera. You're doing that same shit at 50 years old. Be super happy that you're high on the complex hip hop media list. That's where it's ending for you, bro. It ain't ending with a fucking Emmy. Because the next time you get a big show, guess what? Everyone's going to remember shit and you're going to lose it again.
No, I didn't see that, but
Yeah, I didn't see this.
I saw that.
I mean, he was taking some he was tugging at his heartstrings.
He was.
But then when you look at the face that is saying that shit to you, I'd be like, nigga,
Yeah.
I'll die just being better than you and just have you talk shit over here.
Right. So just in terms of just like quality crash out, that was high quality. I thought it was good.
Crash out. This is not a crash out.
Well, not a crash out, but just
we gonna kill that word, and it's gonna be our fault.
It's not gonna be our fault.
It's gonna be our fault. It's gonna be your fault. Yeah, you're right.
It's ours turning
It's gonna be your
No, it's not. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be everybody's fault.
Put a
and
Y
then
on
we'll
that,
find a new
nigga.
word that we'll put in YouTube titles.
We gotta have harsh definitions.
No, we don't.
We do.
Okay, for conversation, yes. YouTube titles, no.
Well,
Yeah,
that's different. Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's different. But yeah,
Fuck it.
he did bring some. He was talking about the Tyler thing, I think. When he said
You
Young
disrespect
artists.
your guests and
yeah,
young artists
disrespecting
don't
your
wanna-
guest still at 50 years old or whatever like
Yeah.
that. And
Was-
then
Was that disrespectful? Didn't we cover that?
we did.
Yeah, we did cover that.
We did,
okay.
we did. Well,
Uh,
he just
Peter is a lot more corporate than Charlamagne, right?
no. Equal.
Equal.
Was Peter?
I don't know.
He
If
was-
he's saying what Charlamagne did to Tyler's disrespect, he's probably more corporate.
Well, how are you trying to use corporate? I don't get what
I'm trying to use corporate as in boss said this.
Yeah, who's
and
bought out
you did
more?
and you did this. You get what I mean? Like the boss said don't ask her questions.
Okay, so then he's more corporate then.
You get what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, okay.
And that changes everything.
Whose mass are you listening to?
Because this is a corporate nigga we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we have to use corporate thinking.
They do shit like that at Hot 97. The famous one was Ebro asking Kodak Black about his grape cases and Kodak getting upset and walking off. So it ain't
is
like
real.
But
they're-
that's Ebro.
that is Ebro. I'm
That's
just
not
saying,
Peter.
yeah, that's but he's part of that show. And he's not the one. Peter Rosenberg isn't the A. He's not the one front. He's not the one issuing most questions out anyway. You know,
Well,
So he don't get no credit
Yeah.
for doing that. Then you know what I mean? Like we're not going.
and that's just and honestly, just out of that's not really his like thing either. You know, his is more of like just kicking it, having a good time, kind of interview style.
Kinda corporate.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's
kinda
corporate.
suit and
Because I
tie.
even watched shout out to Peter. I don't have anything against Peter. He did just do an interview with MenaceMaterialEnt. It was pretty good. It wasn't like a terrible
know who that
interviewer.
is.
MenaceMaterialEnt? Oh,
and you want to hop in a young boat?
he's the illest. But shout out to MenaceMaterialEnt. But
So what is it?
It's a
he's
person.
a rapper.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a
rapper.
Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good interview. But I'm just trying to think like
I'm worried about the people that are going to respond. Those are some
What-
solid shots. That's all I'm gonna say. I think those are solid shots. The
Solid shots.
The
Yeah,
Daily
well,
Show
yeah.
shit was fucking hilarious,
were.
bruh. A perpetual tryout.
That's
Come on,
true.
bruh. That was a bar. Because I mean, I've had those criticisms for the Daily Show shit too. Charlamagne won't respond, but I hope Andrew don't respond, nigga. That's gonna be a cook session for real. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
said
don't know.
better hope Andrew don't respond.
That's what I said. Yeah. You better hope so. I don't know who would shoot in Charlamagne's defense because the odds of him replying to this, it's just I just don't see that shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see Charlamagne responding to that.
I don't know.
it'd
Elliot,
be kind of weird if Andrew said
he
something like-
gave Elliot 2 weeks. That was longer than I thought he was gonna give him.
That's true.
Peter Rosenberg.
Well, Schultz don't like
Peter
that nigga.
Rosenberg kind of hard to be mean to though. He's got one of those faces.
People have no problem being mean to Peter
Everybody's
Rosenberg.
mean
He
to
has
Peter.
one of those faces to be mean to. If you're that type of person that don't like him.
Well, yeah, if you a bully for sure.
Yeah, like
you just
he's
wanna
the-
prey
he's the
on
perfect
something
victim.
weak, yeah, well,
he's
you
the
know.
it's a weaker target. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sounds like he's getting tired of being the prey though. He did send some
I was
funny
about to
ass
say,
shots.
this don't
He-
necessarily sound like a weak target.
but it always
Nigga
comes
sounds
off
slimy
It
as
always
fuck.
comes off like that. I'm just saying normally the clapbacks are normally so vicious. You'd be like, damn, I guess that wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? That's how I just be feeling like
Like, what do you do to make them niggas jealous?
right? Yeah, nah. I just be feeling like that. Like, if I'm like a Peter Rosenberg stan where I'm like, I fuck with this nigga, I'm like, yeah, nigga, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we up there. And
Got
then,
him.
And then when I hear the clapback, I be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just hurt, bro.
You got to clench your pearls.
It's watching somebody losing a battle that you wanted to win. You know,
Said
It's
he's
like-
not a good counterpuncher.
yeah. And
Damn
matchup wise,
shame.
it's not the same weight, especially just in terms of like on the mic performance. It's not the same weight.
It would be kind
They're
of
not.
weird.
They're not in the same weight class.
Who, him and
Charlamagne,
Andrew?
Peter Rosenberg versus Charlamagne versus Andrew. There's not in the same
Shit, verse
weight.
F Mac? No.
Yeah, they're just not in the same weight class. It's not. Honestly, Elliot Wilson on the microphone is not in the same weight class as Charlamagne. So like even like Charlamagne like going in on him for 2 weeks, this is an easy W. You know what I mean? In terms of like who we want to see spar it. That's why I was kind of getting burnt. That's why I was kind of getting like their beef was burnt out to me a little bit.
Yeah, because
So when it finally started, I was like, oh shit, y'all are doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised you played into 2 weeks, nigga. This is crazy. This is light work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
surprised Elliot didn't quit in training camp.
like Elliot's gonna keep going. Yeah, you know, like Elliot's gonna keep going. I'm surprised Charlamagne gave him 2 weeks. That was very surprising. I don't think he'll get the one mention. Somebody might take up arms for Charlamagne though.
Yeah.
So you don't think Charlamagne is going to directly respond to Peter Rosenberg? You think it'll be one of his lackeys?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that would be
Yeah.
weird if somebody else responds to Peter.
Because it would also be like, imagine those headlines.
It would be weird for Charlamagne. Because
Yeah,
at a
that's what-
certain point,
exactly,
like if
exactly.
you're a media mogul, you can't keep it's a bad look.
Yeah,
It's a bad look to keep punching down on people.
And then there's a certain level of I don't even want my name in the article thumbnail with you, the article title. Like I can't even imagine myself typing the clip. I'm gonna do it this week, obviously, but like next week if they play ball, Charlamagne violates Peter Rosenberg. That just feels crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't even.
You like Peter Rosenberg that much?
Wait.
Oh, you saying it's
I'm
crazy because earlier
talking-
you
if
were
I'm-
talking
if
about
I'm
defending
Charlamagne-
one of your heroes.
Right. I'm just talking about if I'm Charlamagne, I don't even want my name in the title with you. Outside of us just talking about you taking the shot at me.
Yeah.
You know, like the title next week being Charlamagne goes in on Pete. You don't even like. Why do I want that? Let that nigga come. You know,
Well,
type shit.
As a grown man, if I was Charlamagne, I would tell all
But
of
I
my
do like
friends.
Peter Rosenberg a lot. I like his content. I like Juan Epstein podcast. I am a fan of the Juan Epstein podcast.
I would tell all
Point
my
blank period,
friends
yeah.
to not talk.
Yeah, it's just what it is, you know.
You said that shit like you just announcing it officially.
Yeah, it's almost because when you say it, I feel like it's almost like Trump supporter shit, where it's like you fuck with Peter Rosenberg.
Like where you get that shit from?
Yeah, but hey, I like Juan Epstein. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you like about it?
It does. I don't know. It has some nostalgia for me because outside of Brilliant Idiots being my first podcast I listened to, Juan Epstein was my first. It was one of those in that first two for sure. And they had like years on Brilliant Idiots too, because them niggas was doing that shit way before Brilliant Idiots, you know? So like I was doing weekly Brilliant Idiots. I wasn't missing much catalog, but I was able to go back like 2-3 years on Juan Epstein. You know what I'm saying?
So this comes from a different place because I was thinking
Right.
it's a couple niggas I would listen to before Peter Rosenberg. I would listen to like Premium Pete.
I tried so many times
Before
during
Peter
that loudspeaker
Rosenberg.
and I couldn't do it.
Who else is white did podcast? I listen to Bootleg Kev, Joe Rogan. It's a lot of people I'm thinking of bald white dudes before Peter Rosenberg.
Bald white dudes.
Regardless of
Yeah.
who it is, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, Messenger, but he did say some really strong things that had me on the
He
side.
said some things that need to be examined. I took notes.
Yeah,
I took
there's
notes
some
yesterday.
truth to it.
The Daily Show thing, that's some real shit.
Some real shit.
His time period, Charlamagne's career with TV has always been shaky. You know what I'm saying? It's always been good excuses on why things
Don't work out.
end or don't work out, but it's been shaky. It's been shaky. Long story short.
Why do you think that is? You don't think he translates?
I don't think so either. Because remember one of my things with the out of context, I was confused on why I didn't like why LL was so much more entertaining. Somebody in the comments said Charlamagne was using his TV personality in that out of context interview. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Maybe I like on camera brilliant idiot Charlamagne, Breakfast Club energy Charlamagne. But like TV show energy Charlamagne or demeanor hasn't been never really been my favorite. And it did feel like in the out of context show, it was a mirror of that TV thing. Persona, yeah.
Who other than Charlamagne has tried to do this? Try to go from like not necessarily
Radio to
saying that
TV.
Charlamagne is just internet famous because you know
Right.
Breakfast Club and all that,
Right.
but who went from like that podcast in this new age media landscape to trying to be a TV show host.
I mean, Wendy Williams set the blueprint, but I don't know outside of Wendy Williams.
And that's just the blue. I'm talking about
Steve
like
Harvey did radio after, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, he was
before.
stand up first.
I know he used to live in his car, so he was probably listening
Steve
to a lot
Harvey
of
did
radio.
it before. Before what?
If we're talking about that pathway of radio TV, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, kind of in the context of like 2024. You get what I'm saying?
So you're just saying
I feel like
somebody
he's
who was
the only
popping and
person
doing
trying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
From
Yes.
this decade, from this era
Yes,
of like
yes.
internet media, I think he's the only person that's
From this
trying to
new
go back to
wave.
that old
Right.
old strategy. Of
He's the
like,
only one that actually cares. I feel like he's the only one that
Based on the
truly
attempts
cares.
that we see, it seems like he cares a lot
Yeah.
about having a strong daily TV or regular TV persona. or
Charlamagne
image.
wants to be known. Like he wants to be just.
I
bigger.
don't know why he's so dedicated to it because it does seem like it's not working.
Bro, it's one of those real specific dreams that a nigga has as a kid.
Yeah, and
it's one of
nobody,
those like
nobody
he,
can tell me to stop doing it
he
or
was
not
up.
do it.
He was up late night watching Fallon and shit. Or who the fuck was on at that time?
Who did he?
The
He
nigga,
would
who's
bring
the nigga
people
with
up.
the strong
Arsenio
chin?
Hall.
Well, his
Arsenio
Arsenio,
Hall.
because he always brings up late night people.
He does.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of like these names though. Like
Arsenio Hall for sure. Let's just use Arsenio Hall. Like, and then Wendy Williams, my first mentor, did the biggest radio to TV, daytime TV transition. We can use those two as the concrete, especially Wendy. So that could be something that he views as the top of the mountain still.
yeah, but he's the only person trying to get to that point,
Right. And
which
okay,
might go to show why the results are coming out the way they are.
yeah, and I talked about it a little bit on the 3-0 podcast, and when you look at it and you think about all the shows that he did, I don't think any of them did more than 2 seasons. Except Guy Code. But
That's not even his show.
exactly. I don't know what exactly his like he might have had more of a hand curating every show that never made it past 2 seasons before. But Guy Code, it was like he just was another person that threw ideas into the pot. But somebody that was there was somebody else that was the actual brains behind the entire thing, which is why that show was successful. So like all these attempts that we've seen post Guy Code could just be confirming over and over again you don't have that eye for what works on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's just trying to take a more traditional route.
Yeah.
And you can't take a traditional route anymore. Like, it's different now. Like, he has to find a new means of being popular. Because I don't know, like, I don't even know what his goal is. If it's just to be known or to be accepted. Like, I don't know, like, what Charlamagne's
Be accepted is funny.
Be accepted, be validated. You know what I mean?
Be validated by his peers in his space.
I think he wants to talk. I think he wants to be like one of the like perennial people that you go to talk to,
Right.
Or go to listen to when they have an opinion. And I think that he keep trying to beat that dead horse of late night TV because that was the dream growing up.
The Daily Show was considered late night, right? For sure.
Yeah, kinda.
Because it comes on
Kinda.
The
Does it?
Daily Show.
It's
It's a
not-
talk show,
it's a talk-
but you have
yeah.
late night talk shows. You got daytime talk shows like The View.
Have all his shows besides Guy Code been some sort of late night S? Uncommon Sense definitely was at night. Late night be like midnight though, don't
Late night is really specific.
It
Yeah,
is.
I
it's
think
really
late night
specific.
is midnight. Yeah,
it? Yeah, I feel like it's like 11 p.m. midnight type shit.
that's
What-
it's like
Yeah,
a
what-
coveted position to be a late night talk show host.
yeah. What classifies as late night TV?
Daily Show looks like it does come on at 11.
Yeah, 11
p.m.
12.
Okay.
So that's technically late night.
I think tomorrow, 125.
What time was Uncommon Sense coming on? Probably like 7 o'clock.
No, I think it was late. I think it was like 9 or 10.
But what is the point you're trying to make?
I'm trying to
That
figure
all
out.
his shows
I'm tr-
after a certain.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the late night is a format that he's actually chasing, based on all the shows that he's had before, like Uncommon Sense. What was the one where he had that? What was the one before the pandemic? Where
Charlam-
The God's Honest Truth.
God's
Yeah,
Honest
yeah,
Truth.
yeah.
That was late night. That was like almost on some news.
Barely remember that shit.
It was late night esque.
It was. So
I don't know
like-
if it came on late night, and we keep throwing that fucking term.
And
out
why
there.
doesn't
That's
he
what he
just,
wants. Yeah,
why
yeah.
doesn't he just follow the
'Cause if
Trevor
it's-
Noah like
that's late night for sure.
career line path or whatever?
Well, because
You
he's
can't.
not comedian.
That's like being a president.
Yeah,
Not
'cause
necessarily.
you gotta go to the
because
right
you can,
school.
You can just
Yeah.
tap in to everything that he's done. Like, he probably has access
he's a
to the
stand-up
niggas.
comedian though.
He has access to the writers that Trevor Noah had because Trevor Noah wasn't writing all of his shit.
Well, this is the thing.
It's just not possible.
We've seen Charlamagne at the Daily Show a lot. The performance just ain't there.
Right.
It's just what it is. He has, of course, yes, he does have the same he has the same things that everybody else has. It's just not there. Jon Stewart, all of them are working in this. Charlamagne has talked about how much he enjoys how they have such that structure over there in terms of that entire team that's putting things together. So if all of them are getting essentially the same skill level team and people are performing better or worse within it, it is what it is.
I don't even know, like, who do you think his target audience is? Like Charlamagne.
It's older. It's 35 to 45. And
Niggas?
higher. It's more.
Higher
It's
than
more.
that, yeah.
It's all over the place now.
You think so?
For sure.
You think the average 20-year-old is worried about Charlamagne?
I said 35.
Maybe.
But you said it's all over the place.
I think it's all over the place depending on what format you see him in. So like his Breakfast Club demographic is going to be different than his political demographic. He's going to be different from his book club demographic.
The reason I asked that is because if you're trying to go,
that's why I think it's all over the place.
the reason I asked that is because if you're trying to go late night in these different means, like the target audience is, it really, that's what's going to make the show. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Catering
how
to the
many
people who want
how
that.
many 20-year-olds is even watching late night TV? That's already like its own thing.
They
So
probably
you
are,
really
it's
have
just
to
a
break
Adult
down
Swim.
who the fuck is like
Well,
even caring about Charlamagne.
Well,
in
us
general.
I'm not 20, but like me as a 30-year-old watching a late night show, I'm not watching it on TV. I'm watching the YouTube upload. So it's not even like I'm watching the YouTube upload.
even
For
like
sure.
just marketability. Like when I think of Charlamagne, I don't even know what to pinpoint. Like I think of older black woman, but I don't even know if that's true. I think like whoever supports Kamala probably fucks with
he's
Charlamagne.
definitely got that.
Probably.
It's got
That's
that-
just my idea of it.
It's that 30. It's that. It's
But we
that-
kinda talking
it's
in
that
circles
35
right
to
now.
50.
35 to 50 years old.
Yeah.
And how many 35 and 50-year-olds are watching late night TV that are black?
Those are the main ones watching. If they are gonna watch, it's gonna be them.
It can't be enough.
It is enough because it works for everybody else, though, bro. That's what I'm just saying. Long story short, it just ain't working for this nigga. He don't got it. He don't have the TV
it's
thing
not
because it's
wo-
working for. John Stewart comes back. It's fire. It's fire.
everybody
like
else-
the fill-ins are going crazy.
When you say everybody else, I only think of Trevor Noah because he's the only black dude.
Trevor
Jon
Noah.
Stewart, you can't compare white men to like Charlamagne.
Why?
It's
Yeah, let's hear
different.
this.
What's different about them?
They're white.
There's a skill difference in terms of that format.
Skill in being white.
No.
I'm fucking around. But there is like I'm saying
okay,
like
I get what you're saying
comparing
now.
you're comparing Jon Stewart to Charlamagne. Like it's just
I'm not comparing them to them. I'm just saying
when you say the statement, if it works for these guys
niggas,
and not this guy,
think
it's
it's
almost
working for-
saying like
I'm saying for
why
everybody
can't
else. I
LeBron
just
do
threw
what
those two names
Kyrie
out there.
does? All right, well at least let me get a nigga point out before
Okay.
you retort, my nigga.
go ahead. Sorry.
Fuck. At least that's like fuck the point. The point
went
was
over there.
yeah, somewhere,
grabbed that
nigga.
shit.
My
There,
bad, my
what's
bad.
up? But the point is, it's like you can't just say it works for this nigga. Why isn't it working for this nigga? Like it's two different players. Like you got to play with the game you've been given. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody's 6'8". It's not that easy to dunk, right, Lauren?
But I get what he's saying though. Like with a nigga like Jon Stewart, first of all, he became a legend on his own volition, and then didn't he pass the baton to Trevor Noah? Isn't that who held the reins? So then with Trevor
And-
Noah, first of all, Jon Stewart like hand selected Trevor. Like he was like, that's the guy for the job because it's a real specific thing.
And Jon Stewart was genius. But and real quick, Trevor Noah, like he has that Drake effect, which is like very marketable, light skin.
I don't want to. Okay, I feel. I wish I never brought those names up because those are two legends. So I'm not comparing him to them. I'm comparing them to all the feelings that they had.
So who are all the villains? Because they're not
They had a
all
bunch of
good.
people.
They had a
bunch
shit ton of people.
Yeah, but
They
they're
even
not
had
all
fucking
good.
Jesus up there, bro.
They even had Jay Fair. I get you. I get
Yeah,
what
they
you're
had
saying. They
Jay
had
Fair.
Jay
that's
Fair.
all I'm saying.
I
Yeah,
get,
that's all I'm
I get
saying.
what you're saying, but even then, I mean,
And I'm using that as one instance, and then I'm also putting together the other instances from the other shows. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saying there's obviously a disconnect with this nigga in TV programming. That's all I'm saying. And maybe he just don't have the skill that translates to TV programming. That's
He don't
it.
deliver punchlines well enough.
Right.
okay.
That's it. Because if he did,
Yeah.
one of them would have made it past 2 seasons.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, I think it's so much that goes into being marketable on TV to where it's like, if Charlamagne really wants to do this, he needs to just do it on his channel. Like that's the best means.
Which is, I think, which I
and
think
that's
is-
the only
is
way.
out
The
of context.
behind the scenes matters so much.
Like,
Like
nigga-
there are people who are getting opportunities, not because they don't deserve them, but they just getting longer chances.
like, bro, it's and my thing is with Charlamagne, his
So you think he'll figure it out one day and get it down pat?
I don't think anybody's gonna successfully conquer TV in the future.
That sounds crazy.
I think Charlamagne.
I don't think it's happening.
Wait,
TV, cable.
what was your
I
statement?
heard what you. I'm just asking. He's just saying that he brought up the point that other people have gotten more shots. So I'm saying, oh, so you think he'll figure it out one day? And he said, I don't think anybody is gonna conquer TV, which sounds insane.
AJ got you stomped.
Who? Me? Stumped? Where? How? Nah, TV is dying. Nigga, nobody's gonna conquer that shit in the next 10 to 15 years.
But no, Charlamagne.
You might, like, I think the next echelon, one of these streamers is gonna have like a real relevant live show that satisfy what the talk show used to do.
and it's gonna be dumbed down too, like a Keem
All right,
star.
so you're just trying to take it away from TV. So let's just take it away from TV. Let's just talk about content, even if you put it out on YouTube in that style. Just do you think he'll conquer it and figure it out?
Do I think that he'll have a successful solo show?
Yes. Yeah, that's the best point. Yeah, that's honestly what it is. Honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say, because that's a specific question.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, because we're always talking about his solo ventures.
The answer is yes.
Yeah. It's gotta be the right way though. Like it has to be on the internet. Like I don't see anything. Or maybe if he got like a streaming deal to where he could have his own real setup.
And it has to
I
be
don't know.
him,
I
too.
think he just has to like stop holding on to what he liked that worked for other niggas. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you
Like
mean.
just
He has to strip away what he thinks works on TV,
Right.
or not on TV, but in that format.
like Trey Young can't just go out there and play like Bob Cousy.
I wish I knew. I know Trey
Bob-
Young.
But listen to the name Bob Cousy.
Cousy.
Yeah, I
You're
know
not
who that-
supposed to know who that is. That's
okay,
the point.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Like-
because I'm like, I don't know what you're
Shout out
talking
Bob
about.
Cousy. Bob Cousy legend, but it's still Bob Cousy.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Nah, I mean
I
like
know Trey. I know Ice Trey Young.
we're supposed
though,
to
you know
have
what I'm saying?
different moves.
Yeah, okay, got
The
you.
game evolved.
But nah, Charlamagne could definitely be big and when like
I think he just needs to give us his podcast person. He needs to put a blend together of his podcast and his radio personality, like,
it's not that
and
easy.
just give that to us in a different, on
It's-
his solo format.
It's not that easy for like where he's trying to go. You know what I mean?
I think, but what
Like,
we're
for
saying
where
is
he's
pretty
trying
much
to
he needs
go-
to strip where he's trying to go.
For where
That's
he's
what we're
trying
saying.
to, for where he's trying to go, he needs to like really double down on like being black. Like he needs to go.
What?
Like he
nigga?
needs to
Go
really
ahead.
double
I feel
down.
like he's done that already, but go ahead.
Nah, like
The Black Effect Podcast Network.
he has done that, but it's kind of like under the table.
What's his nonprofit
It's
name?
not
His
like
nonprofit is Blackity Black. It's like all his shit is like, search it. What is Charlamagne's nonprofit?
But what is he saying about black issues? And that's what I mean.
Oh, you talking about him jumping out saying, like,
I'm not
for black
saying he
people
has to
listening
go to like the minister's level to like even like if you even say
Okay,
his name,
yeah,
your
okay,
channel's
I see
getting
what
taken down.
Right,
I'm
right.
saying maybe a diet version of that.
A diet version, a diet Umar, diet Farrakhan.
Possibly.
You think
Because
that'll
that's
get
the
him
only
further?
way
Nah.
I see myself
Talk about a setback.
as like
Niggas, when you
Yeah,
get
he's gonna fall back.
that Blackity Black shit to get you canceled out here.
Nigga, he gonna be sitting on this couch with us.
Some checks too. Especially
that check is not the same.
but you gotta
Shit might not.
that's
clear.
why he has to play it right.
There's a
and I
bu-
think Charlamagne is the
One's a
only
brown
person that
bag,
can play
one's a
it right.
cash wire.
Right.
One's a brown bag and one's a wire transfer.
I get what you're saying.
I think Charlamagne has to be that guy that's able to bridge whatever
because
the
he can
minister
go,
was saying.
but because he can go into all spaces, he needs to be that guy in all the spaces that he gets invited to.
I'm saying
it's
he gets
beyond that.
It's
It's beyond
I'm
that.
saying
He's talking
the whole-
about what
the-
Charlamagne
this
is going to
whole-
represent.
This whole discussion is like Charlamagne basically potentially reaching the pinnacle, right? Or whatever, of TV and just fame, right? In order to do that, in my opinion, because he's not going to get a lot of white people that support him. It's like, look at him.
I don't think that's
It's like,
true.
Look at this nigga.
I think he has a big
Pull
white
up a
fan
picture of
base.
this nigga.
He
He
has a
has a
huge
lot
one.
of white
Yeah.
people that respect him, but like, nigga, I respect Gary Owens. I'm not going to one of his comedy shows. It's a difference.
It's a lot of niggas that do. This is the
It's
thing
a
that
difference, though.
this is why
you chose the wrong white dude.
you did.
Yeah, but
This
you
is
get
the-
the-
I get what you're
the
saying, but the only reason
You're not black if you don't watch Gary
Yeah,
Young.
the
I'm
only
like-
reason that I don't subscribe to that sentiment that you're laying out at all is because when you it's funny.
Why you don't try to sound smart to me, nigga?
I'm
Just
not.
talk
I'm trying to
regular.
articulate
Can't even
myself. I
give you a slither of credit, nigga.
No, the reason I can't is because when you reach a certain,
Nigga's funny.
it's just
Double
the
down.
reason
I refuse.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
it's just because in general, when you hit a certain point of fame and notoriety,
Yeah.
black people are only 13% of the country anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, no matter what you do, whether you're a rapper, an actor, like when you have reached that peak and you're like the world knows you, majority of your people, your fan base is gonna be white people.
But you want to know the tricky part? I feel like in order to get to that point, all black people have to accept you. It's almost like at least 12% of niggas have to respect you in order for at least 50% of white people to want to know about you.
I don't believe that.
You know what I mean?
I don't agree with that either because there's people like there's niggas we don't like because white people accept them and we don't fuck with them. Candace Owens, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you ain't seen Dave Chappelle's racial draft, nigga?
like there's You're like, we don't claim that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple
First
of
of all,
those.
Candace Owens, it's a lot of black people.
It is. I'm not saying Candace Owens in particular, but
But I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of niggas that we don't claim
but
that white
even-
people love.
So what are you
Can
saying?
we honest?
Yeah.
We can't think of a name right now for a good reason of a nigga that white people claim.
The
Yes,
white
we
people
can.
love.
Even
black people
what's
don't
that,
really
what's
respect?
that burnt thumb looking nigga? White people
Jesse
don't even
Peterson.
like him.
Yeah, Jesse Lee
They
Peterson.
love him.
No,
They're the ones keeping him in business.
they love him for.
The wrong kind of.
They
whites.
love him like
But
how.
they love him.
him like how you love crash outs.
Yeah,
It's not a real love.
Yeah, it's not real love.
It's just like a.
They wanna
like,
see him hurt
"Ah,
himself."
This is good. Like it's just it's bad material, nigga. It's not real love.
It's really just a bunch of white niggas that be on like 4chan that's hearing a black dude say shit.
But that's a
about black
demographic
people.
of people.
But it's
Yeah,
the
but
love
they
is
don't pay for
different.
nothing.
But
4chan niggas.
No, them unfortunate niggas might
nah,
be
them
paying.
4chan niggas.
They're paying.
They apparently
They're
like
paying in crypto too.
apparently like they're the
want that?
real internet. Like everything that's on Twitter,
Yeah.
it derives from 4chan, and it's probably 3 years
And like
old.
on some Reddit shit too. Like
But Reddit is
Reddit,
it's
like shit-
4chan, Reddit, and then like
Yeah, I
other
think
shit.
4chan is the foundation for
Yeah.
sure. I never been on there though.
But I don't know, man. Charlamagne, I don't know. I want the nigga. I feel like he has to succeed in
It's just
something.
It's just at the point where like being the black.
That was crazy. He
I'm
succeeded
fucking
in a lot, but yeah.
But it's just at the point where being like the black version of whatever was historical isn't gonna work no more. Like you really got to be on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
You got to be really showing like
He's a
what's
young-
what's new and what's cool.
But also, what's real though?
Same
Well,
shit.
It's what
Yeah,
you
same
said
thing.
that was real. He needs more improvisation in his whatever his show's gonna be. He
That's
can't
all,
have
yeah.
it fully scripted because he works well in something where there's some improv in there. And
For
sometimes
sure. He flourishes
He
in that.
flourishes in that compared to like the scripted version.
But even he got a
No, you said that's just so motivational.
Yeah.
he has an out of context another episode dropping. He did
Yeah.
announce that on that Brilliant Idiots. So we'll see. Just because
Who rock him?
no, he didn't say who was. He
That's funny.
didn't say who was going to be.
I thought it was a good guess. Yeah, y'all laughing.
Yeah, no, but I don't know who's going to be. I hope it's somebody.
One of the Spice Girls.
I hope it's somebody completely not in hip hop or rap. Like that's what I do hope that, so that we can set the tone early that
That'd be
anybody
nice.
could be here.
And it's not
You know
going
what
to
I
be
mean?
a nigga,
Like I like a fucking comedian now. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
just somebody different. You know,
but it
in a
needs to be
different
niggas
field.
like Don Juan, and that's the problem.
He does not need to interview.
He
Don
needs to
Juan.
interview Don
No,
Juan.
he doesn't.
He needs to talk
Don
to the
Juan can go to
pimp.
the Adam Wack show or the Pimp McKen show.
I think. Don't
You ain't
try
even
to.
mention Shark Tank
Yeah.
Because why would you go to the Sharp Tank?
Why did you go there?
unless you want to make them
Because it gets real. nigga.
Right? Like no,
Come
bro,
on,
hell,
man.
that is the worst place.
But Charlamagne
What
does.
was
have
that
the
word that
experiences,
they was
right?
using for you? What was they saying that you was doing to niggas?
Gaslight.
Cooking them.
Cooking them. Yeah, yeah,
cooking
yeah.
them. You only
Yeah.
go to the Shark Tank to cook.
Pretty much, yeah.
But nah, man.
Come on
Charlamagne
to the
is
stream
gonna.
tonight, bro.
Charlamagne can
I'm
do
good.
it. He just got to do it himself.
That's not helping. I don't think.
He just
He
has
needs.
to
I
do
think
it
he needs a
himself.
different team.
You think that's the problem?
Yeah.
You
I think he needs a
You blame
different-
Taylor,
Yeah,
Angelo.
I don't know how much Angela, but it's the
Yeah, it seemed like Angelo live in like West Virginia now. or some
yeah,
shit.
the team that's helping him
Good
curate.
home, Alabama.
I think it's the team that's helping him curate the show. I think he needs to like maybe reach out to some of the people that do have successful shows and
What?
get their 2 cents. So like whatever team he's referring to, that's like this is the idea for the show, blah blah blah. Let's like go to like a younger version that's also successful and get some of their idea. You know,
Nah,
like
see, that's when niggas go wrong.
Nah, you're right, bro.
That's
He
where
need
old
like a
niggas
Mark
go wrong.
Gagnon on his squad. Like he just pull him from Schultz, like
Right.
something like that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like that'll
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
him going.
Even if it's
Yeah.
not, yeah, so yeah, keep it in the house.
Yeah,
get
for
Schultz
sure.
to like, okay,
You wanna
Schultz. This is
know-
what we. I think this is a good idea for a show.
Whatever.
What do y'all think? You know, and have all them put their brains in. You
Because-
know, use more of your resources.
Whatever, like, it is what it is. Whatever that format is, I feel like that could work perfectly for Charlamagne. Just like a chill environment, but it's professional.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know
You
what I
didn't
mean?
Bring up earlier when you were saying who's kind of making it on TV. That really is a TV format, and that did work.
TV format, but does that come out on TV?
It doesn't come out on TV.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I know,
literally
but,
coming
like,
out on TV.
Yeah, yeah, but like that format though, that could be. They could move it right over to a TV network, but that is
Because at the end of
I
the,
couldn't think of it earlier, but like that format does work still because
but yeah, I'm not
it's-
saying I was never saying the format of how it looks. I'm talking about where you getting it.
okay,
Where you getting it matters.
gotcha.
If it's on YouTube, it's a lot more accessible. It's on the internet. What's one of your illegal streaming websites?
I'm not telling you. I'm thinking
whatever they are,
and I don't know any.
If you can get it there, then you can get it anywhere.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real though.
Let's move on because I don't want to keep harping on this. I do think look kind of does play into it a little bit though.
Oh, you think it's too ugly?
No. I think look in terms of what the show looks like visually. Like I think that does play into it because like when I do see if it is what it is was just on TV, like I didn't know you were in the YouTube app and I'm just like watching it play, I would think it would be on a TV station. It wouldn't be ridiculous for me to think, oh, this is on TV. What channel is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like I do think visuals your set design and visuals do play effect in terms of like when the God's Honest Truth, remember that layout? It's like, nigga, this is only on TV. I ain't never seen a podcast with this setup. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen a YouTube show. So I think look does play a role into it as well too.
It's everything, man. At the end of the day, it's just good work. If it's good work, people
Pretty
gonna
much.
come and buy.
That is the best way to sum it up.
It's got to have pretty packaging too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
You
gotta-
know, especially for
I watched Notorious, the pink tops. or
Let's
the
get
red
over
tops.
to
they both get stuck in your shoes.
Myron and oh no, sorry.